Welcome to this week's SUMO call. Today I am joined by Andres, who needs to come forward to show you see him. There is Andres. We had a very busy weekend, and thank you all for all the help in advance. Today we're going to talk a little bit about add-ons, what happened this weekend, and also Andres will talk a little bit about the add-ons blog we just announced. And also Roland is going to speak a little bit about the next releases. Firstly, I'm going to say thank you, million thanks about all your help that you did on forums, social media,
Thank you.
and knowledge-based translations. A lot of you put on all-nighters. We brought a lot of people that we literally asked them to help us on languages we were underrepresented, and so thank you. That actually made a huge impact, and it's very recognizable across the organization. And with that, I am going to pass it to Andres to speak a little bit about if we have any updates for the incident that happened on the weekend, and also about the add-ons blogging flash video download.
Sure. So, as most of you might have seen, we shipped a what we call a dot release, so a small update to the current Firefox version. The first one on Sunday. And another one just went out, Firefox 6605 is the current release one, and there's also going to be, there's also an ESR version for 60. We're currently looking into what we can do to support users that are on older versions, on unsupported versions of Firefox, namely Firefox 56. And Firefox ESR 52. It's a little bit harder to do this for us on a short notice, because we need to dig out the old builds and see what fixes, what the actual fixes look like there, because the environment looks a little different for those old versions. But that's currently being investigated, and we'll hope that we have an update later this week. The current idea is that we might be providing something for users to download, which fixes the problems they have with add-ons. That should re-enable the add-ons automatically, but it would be something that would have to be initiated by the user directly. That is the current plan. That might change, but more updates to come. If you want to follow along, there's always, of course, the add-ons blog that Konstantina just mentioned, where we will keep posting updates.
Cool. Thank you, Andres. I don't know, Fernando, I know that you cannot speak. If you have any questions, please ping us on IRC or Telegram, and we will convert those questions. The next thing that Andreas, and I put him here today, is because we also had an incident on add-ons blocking, like we didn't have any busy weekend. The tech world doesn't stop. So Andres will speak a little bit about how we're talking about it publicly.
Sure. So during the weekend, there was also a report coming in about a malicious add-on. We followed up first thing on Monday. That add-on had quite a bunch of users. It was listed on addons.mozilla.org on AMO as a public add-on. We took down the offensive versions and also blocked them actively from usage in Firefox, so users will get a notification that this add-on can no longer be used. Quite a few teams at Mozilla have been informed about this, because, as I said, the add-on had quite a few users, and we're seeing the first reactions to that, because people are not happy when we take their add-ons away. But it was justified. The violations were pretty bad, so we basically had no other choice than blocking it from Firefox. We usually don't give detailed statements on why we are blocking. Some details are in the bug, in the block list bug that is filed on Mozilla. That says it has been blocked for remote code execution. It's a quite technical term, but it's part of our add-on policies, something that we strictly forbid, because it comes with huge risks and basically takes away all trust that you can put in an add-on or in the add-on review process that we have to make sure add-ons are safe to use. We do have an alternative that we can give to users if they ask, and I think I will coordinate with Konstantina, or I think you already know about this, the alternative we are recommending in case users are asking in the support channels.
I think that we have already have that on canned responses from Liz. Is that right, Kiki? Otherwise, we need to update the canned responses.
Sorry, what is it?
So there is an alternative we are suggesting, and I think Liz updated the canned responses. We should take action to actually have that for the volunteers to update.
Yeah, we don't have the can response for the add-on situation yet about the add-on blocking, I believe. But if it's needed, I can add that in our reply tool for
Cool.
sure.
Thank you, Kiki. Cool. Anything else, Andreas?
That's it. Thank you.
Okie dokie, we have Andreas Day. I like it. It's like the Andreas Day from the Netherlands. So I'm gonna pass quickly and talk about the next release. That's why I brought the Roland here to say a little bit about what are the dates we should focus, because there are gonna be 2 releases coming.
Yeah. So so because of all the builds that we did, and because all the volunteers and a lot of staff worked long hours, starting Friday / Saturday morning European time, ending Monday, we are strongly considering postponing Firefox 67. It's not quite public yet. I believe it'll be public in a few hours. And then we are going to have later on, also not public yet, we're going to have a second splash or more marketing moment in time. More details when I'm allowed to disclose them. Not quite sure when, but I feel that the Firefox 67 postponement is going to be formally announced soon. Yeah. So that's the news I have. I'd like to thank everybody for their hard work. Without the communities responding to over 1,000 tweets and answering 500 support questions in SUMO alone and other places, that's like we got in 3 days what we get in 1 week, or what we get in, yeah. So it was amazing. So yes, stay tuned for more news on Firefox 67 and then a subsequent release for a moment in time. Sorry I can't be more exact, but I'll let you know what I know, and we'll let you know on the usual channels, which will be, for those of you on Slack, and also Discourse and the SUMO contributor forum. Thank you. I'm looking forward to being able to announce the 67 release date, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be next Tuesday.
Cool. Thank you,
Everyone's
Roland.
burnt out, like especially release management and the developers and release engineering.
That's totally understandable. Thank you, Roland. For the rest of the contributors, keep an eye on the announcements coming from Kiki on dates that we should do. As you know, the SUMO days are running around the release days, so probably won't happen next week. Most probably won't happen next week. Kiki will update the splash page, the event page for all of you, and she will let you know what is the focus we should have. Also, 2 small more updates. Then we can now localizing the SUMO banner. Kiki, want to talk a little bit about the SUMO banner?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, that's initially was proposed by Jonathan like a couple days ago. Jonathan was asked if he could localize the SUMO banner about add-on into Portuguese. Then we figure out that it's possible, but then we found out that there is a bug in Kitsune that hinder the release version to actually show the localized version. So that is still pending on the platform side. So I will get you an update once the issue has been resolved. So for now, there's no localized version of the banner. Yep.
Thank you, Kiki. And the last reminder of the day is that the Firefox 67 articles are ready to be localized. We might not have a concrete date, but the articles are there, and Ruben is asking for your help. So if you would like to translate, you can check the link from Ruben and see the articles that are ready to be localized. Again, a huge thank you for the knowledge base, Elton and volunteers. They actually localized it in no time, even though we didn't send any communications. Johnny just put it a banner and people started localizing. So this is pretty amazing. Okie dokie. I don't know if anyone in the room wants to add anything. You? Cool. We'll see you all next week. Keep an eye for updates coming on the usual channels. And thank you very, very much again.
We'll also have a Q&A about Firefox next week, so you might want to
Yeah,
attend the
Asa
meeting.
Donslayer will be next week. Firefox Product Manager.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
we'll have Asa next week, so you can talk about it more.
Okay, great.
Thank you
Thank you.
all. I will
Bye
sleep.
all.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.